thing in the day number 2 or not?
I mean, Enigma is the kind of number one as well. So even if it doesn't work out, you should have 2 more days to catch up, right? I mean, everyone's main goal right now is going to be in the top 8 and make it to the LAN event.
Well, if you want to be in top 8, you have to be consistent. And so many teams we saw in day number 1, they were not consistent. But we'll have all this talks later on because someone special is waiting for us. And like Ed said, one of the table topper team member is there, and it's none other than Enigma Rex. Enigma Rex, welcome to the show. How are you feeling? You guys are already on the leaderboard on the top position. How are you feeling right now?
Hello, hello.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Well, great. I mean, how are you feeling, my man? I mean, table topping on day number 1. What are your thoughts on day number 2? And are you still? I mean, what is a strategy coming in for you to be, consistent? Are you still planning to be number 1 in day number 3 as well by the end of it, or do you just want to be like the hard worker on day number 1 and then take it easy on 2 other days?
We will play casually only.
I'm sorry. I'm unable to hear him.
He just said he's going to
Hello?
play casually.
Ah.
But Rex, if you're saying you are going to play casually right now, if my maths is correct,
Yeah.
you guys are having the highest finish points and highest position points in the leaderboard. So if that is casually, what is the dominating gameplay? 100 bomber coming in?
Dominating तो finals में दिखेगा. अभी तो semi-final चल रहे हैं.
That is true. I mean, these are kind of like we are all expecting you to make it to the LAN finals. But I do have one question from a particular match. If you remember this, you were in a 1v2 situation on the map of Miramar towards El Azhar in the final zone against Revenant. If you remember, where on I mean, what it did look like to us was it looked like you guys were having a network issue. Right, you guys were freezing
Yeah.
up there for a second. You were in a 1v2 situation. So, what was happening? What was the exact situation, and what went in your head?
वो actually हुआ ऐसा था कि 1v3 था.
Yes.
तो मैंने 2 बंदे नॉक कर दिए तो नेट चला गया दोनों बंदों का. मेरा भी और सामने वाला. तो मेरा नेट पहले आ गया तो मैंने उसको मार दिया.
Ooh, a little bit of luck coming in, and the position was also in your favor, and you did pull it off. That was a
Yeah.
really impressive clutch. I
Yeah.
love that play coming in. I mean, for us, it looked like you were just having some fun, staring down each other. It was a classic showdown.
And I want to ask you what happened wrong in the second map of Miramar, second last game on day number 1, because that was the only bad game you guys were having. Otherwise, you were having a very good outing in every single game.
वो एक्चुअली हुआ ना कि हम रोटेट लेट किया और फिर हम क्लस्टर में फंस गए. तो उसके चक्कर में मर गए.
Well, I mean, anything you want to say to the fans before we, make part ways and get to see you in the map?
बस ऐसे ही डोमिनेट करना है. सपोर्ट करते रहो. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you
And
so
fair
much,
dealing.
Rex. And we'll be, getting ready to see you now in the next 5 matches. All the best to you and congratulations on tabletopping.
Thank you.
Well, that was Rex for you guys. I mean, yeah, a little bit of, volume was kind of soft, but he's ready. He's waiting to get into the match and Erangel. Ooh, I want to see what Enigma has in store for us today.
I'm still stuck on the thought that he's saying we are playing our casual gameplay, and these guys are having how many? 29 finish points already. Well, that is you guys dominating the lobby. That is not something casual, but let's move forward and let's talk about the format of our event. So let's head towards the schedule and the format. And Edge, why don't you explain us?
I mean, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, it is Invitational Qualifiers number 2. We started off with 3 days of league play, playing 5 matches per day. We had 20 teams divided into 4 groups, and then 5 groups of 4 each, and then we head on to the finals, which is right now. We're on 26. This is Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, the second day of the finals. 5 matches per day once again. 16 teams have made it, and from these 16 teams, moving on forward, will only be the top 8. Right? We started off with 20, top 16 moving on to the finals, and then from there, the top 8 proceed to the LAN event. The top 8 from the final overall standings. It's not just about, the normal day-to-day performance. It's all about the overall cumulative scorecard. And how do you stay in the top 8? Well, it's all about the points.
Well, it's all about the points, but before that, it's the prize pool also that's going to matter because these teams are fighting for this big chunk of money, that is 1 crore Indian rupees. The first place is going to get 50 lakhs, second will get 25 lakhs, third will get 10 lakh Indian rupees, and fourth will get 3 lakh Indian rupees, fifth will get 2 lakhs, and sixth place will get 1 lakh Indian rupees. And edge, every single team that is making into the LAN are going to get something, at least 10,000 Indian rupees.
Yeah, that is the best part, right? You make it to the LAN event, you gotta get a piece of the prize pool. But the other individual awards is what I'm looking for. And by individual, I mean the Redeemer, most finishes by a squad, that's the entire squad getting it. The Rampage, Freak, the Lone Ranger, and MVP himself getting 1 lakh all to himself. Now, this is the one that I'm looking for. The most prestigious award, if you ask me. But also the Lone Ranger is going to be an interesting one. Yesterday, if you ask me, Exopunk was the Lone Ranger for me for the day. But if you want to be in the top or the second or whatever points table, it's all about the points, right? And the points are going to be breaking down like this. First position, if you get the chicken dinner, you get 15 points for yourself. Second place, you get yourself 12. Third, he'll give you 10. Fourth, he'll give you 8. 5 will get you 6. And if you're somewhere around 6, 7, you'll be getting 4 and 2 respectively. But 8 to 12 will only get you 1. 13 to 16 will only get you nothing, actually. It'll get you a big fat egg. But if you don't get the points, in terms of position, you can always opt for the finishing points, which is 1 per finish.
Well, finish points are always important, but position points are also important, because when it comes to a tiebreaker, position points are something that are going to be considered and given priority. But talking about the teams that are fighting, that are Team Soul. We have Team Blind Esports. Blind, they had a chicken dinner in match number 4 yesterday, but otherwise they were not having a very good outing. They started with only 2 points, ended with 2 points. Then we have Team Hydra, Xspark. Then we have Team Enigma Gaming, the table toppers. But then we have 7C Esports, a disappointment coming in. But I'm very sure they are going to redeem themselves in day number 2. Global Esports coming with global domination, but still not having that winner chicken dinner, and Team Revenant Esports.
Yeah, and then Team EXO as well. Finally, I believe they got a chicken dinner yesterday at the end of the day, which was absolutely phenomenal. But before that as well, they've been performing consistently well. Team Insane, on the other hand, not a great performance, but a couple of good games here and there. So their position on the table is not that bad. Big Brother, on the other hand, had a couple of good fights in a couple of matches, but I still think they can do better than that. 8Bet, on the other hand, getting that beautiful chicken dinner on the map of Sandhawk was phenomenal to watch. Enigma Forever still needs to step up their game. Side of Marcos Gaming, well, Raiden has been putting up some numbers, but everyone else needs to coordinate with him. Team Zero, not having Kitty is surely affecting him. But right on the other side, FS as well, right? Clutch is trying to make some plays, but once again, their teammates need to cooperate and also give him some really good backup.
Well, if you compare FS Esports and Team Zero, yes, they had bad outing in match number 2 and match number 5, I think. But match number 4, they dropped a 20 bomber also. They had a good outing. And FS, they were also consistent with ups and downs, not having very good outing. So I think these two teams need to be a little careful if they want to be in top 8, if they want to qualify for the LAN.
That is true, but let's take a quick look at the overall standings now coming in from day number 1, that is. And at the bottom, we have 7C, which is quite a surprise to me, as we all know the recent, glorious victories that they had. Big Brother, on the other hand, 18 points, 22 points for the side of Xspark. Revenant Esports sitting on 13th position with 26, 30 points for the side of FS. 31 for Team Zero. Not a lot of difference there. It's pretty, pretty close. Just 1 point difference. Team Insane, on the other hand, 33. Team Enigma Forever, 34. I mean, all these teams have a really good chance of making it to the top 8. It's still day number 2. I mean, we're only done with day number 1. But let's take a quick look at who's at top 8. I want to see the point difference now coming in. We had 33 over there. Well, it's going to be 34, 35 actually, with Global Esports in 8th position. Also Soul with 35. Now 38 for Marcos. All of these teams don't have any chicken dinners.
Well, they don't have chicken dinner, but Global Esports, yes, they dominated in 2 of the game, match 1 and match number 2. Otherwise, in the rest of the 3 games, they got only 0 points. So, Global Esports need to be consistent. But talking about other teams, Marcos Gaming, this is one of those teams that I remember from league plays. They were so consistent in every single game. But the starting of the day went not in their favor, because they got like 1, 3 and 2 points. Later on, they started redeeming themselves by getting 17 and 15 points. That's why they are on 6th position. But Blind Esports, they got a chicken dinner, and they're sitting on the 5th position with 43 points. EXO also, they had few bad games, especially match number 2, but other than that, good outing in all the remaining games. They are sitting on the fourth position with the chicken dinner and 54 points. 8-bit on the third position with 56 points. Hydra on second position with 56 points. And Enigma on the first position with total of 68 points. And look at that. They have the highest finish points and highest position points as well. But on the other side, Team Hydra, we did see they were relying heavily on the position points rather than the aggression they were showing in the league plays, because look at that, only 18 finish points.
Yeah, that is true. Enigma, perfect balance between finishes and position at the same time. But Hydra, they got that chicken dinner first game. Second game, I believe they were just hiding in the shadows of Enigma, actually just below them on that particular hill on the map of Miramar. And then they did go down in position number 2. But 8-bit, ooh, the way that they played Sandhawk, that was the start of the day for them. That was absolutely beautiful. Getting that chicken dinner, taking down so many teams, and predicting the zone to perfection as well, right? Even in the map of Miramar, they went towards Impala. The circle did converge there at the end. But now moving on to do head-on-head, team versus team. Let's see who we have.
Top 5 fraggers, but let's see top 5 fraggers first, Edge. So let's have a look which 5 players were those who were dominating on day number 1, and that is Manya from the player side of Global Esports, having 11 finishes and 48% team contribution. Then we have Punk. You said Lone Ranger, but he's also competing for the MVP because he has got 11 finishes and total of 44% team contribution. Is that right, or 45? My vision is not helping me. Yes, 44%. I need to go to a doctor first and get my eyes checked. Then we have 8-bit Beast having 10 finishes and 43% team contribution. Then we have Savitar from the side of Team Enigma. They also have all the 4 assaulters in the lineup. I have to say this, like the plus of Team Global Esports, he is also having 10 finishes and 34% team contribution.
That is true. All the 5 players are from 5 different teams. Now, that is something I like. In the second matchup, if I'm not wrong, we had only 3 players from the side of Enigma, 2 from the side of Global. It was all clustered. But right now, it's a really good fight. I want to see a tough competition coming in. Blind Spy OP, Savitar, Beast, Punk, and Manya. This is going to be really interesting. But let's see the head-to-head player now coming in. I believe it is going to be Manya and Punk coming in. There you go. 11 finishes to both of these players. Each Assaulter. Both of these, once again, team contribution 48 on the side of Manya and 44 on the side of Exopunk, which clearly tells you that Exo, their team coordination is a little better in terms of finishes at least, and it is going to be interesting to see what and how they're going to be performing today, because once again, we don't have Tom anymore. It's Sensei coming in, and we all know the effect, the impact Sensei has on all the players, because he's the one calling the shots. He's the one making sure that everyone is in the right position, and, the synergy is always going to be better when you have all 4 players in.
The same thing happened in the league plays also. On day number 1, Sensei was not playing in the team, and that is where the inconsistencies were coming from the side of Exo. But the moment Sensei joined the team, the team started propelling themselves in the leaderboard, and they never stopped. So I think day number 2, I always say day number 2 is full of surprises. So the leaderboard or the overall standings we just saw is going to change completely by the end of the day. But let's see which team is going to be still on the top, because day number 2, if you're consistent, if you're holding on to your top spot, day number 3 is going to reward you. Even if you're having few bad games on day number 3, still you are going to be in a safe position. So this day is very important for all the teams on the top and the teams in the bottom, obviously.
That is true. It is a day of comebacks, as we usually say. That there's going to be 3 days. 1 day is done. Day number 2 is going to be day of comebacks. Tomorrow, let's just call it the Judgment Day coming in. But I want to see how the teams are going to be coping up. The teams at the bottom, right? I'm talking about teams in 6, 7 as well. And by that, I mean 7 and 8, actually. Global and So. Let's see how these teams are going to be performing, because I have really high expectations coming in from them today. But the one team I'm actually rooting for today, I feel like I'm going to be putting up a great show, is going to be 7C. Because I think Spray God is, it all depends once again. Is Spray God is back or is he not back? Because if he is, then it's going to be a different story than yesterday.
But Sarang and New Player also are very good assaulters and player when it comes to 7Cs. Even if Spray God is not joining the team, I still feel 7C can do a very good comeback, because they have the confidence. Day number 1 was not working in their favor. Maybe it's the burnout that the players are experiencing or some other issue. But day number 2, I also feel 7Cs are going to perform really well. But second team, which you think is going to do very well on day number 2 also?
I think maybe the side of Soul. I think Soul is going to be the one coming out on top by the end of the day. If not Enigma.
Enigma are already on the top.
I mean, I think they'll overtake Soul, you know. I'm sorry, Soul will overtake Enigma.
Oh, you want Soul to be on top position.
Do I want them? I think they will because the way that they've been playing yesterday was absolutely
Uh-huh.
beautiful. So I think maybe yes, they will be the one coming out
So
on
let
top.
me place my bets on Team Zero because the way these guys played in league plays, I think they can do it again in the weekly finals also. But now is the time when the Bluebird is gonna hit the sky. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your seat belts because the flight path is going from military base towards the side of Stelbar. And the first circle, again, the complete military base island is still inside the first circle. That means teams are going to be confused where the second circle is gonna shift.
Well, if it shifts towards military base, it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. But all eyes on the top five players, right? Manya, Punk, Beast, Savitar, Spy, OP. If they're not gonna be the ones, stepping up the game for their team, it's gonna be someone else coming up, and someone has to step in because it's all about the teams. And I can see Encore actually go. Albert is completely empty. Kameski is also completely abandoned. He can go there, get all the loot that he wants, but usually if someone goes there, and I mean all by himself, if someone's playing a 1-3 split, and if you have a distance, something like Yasna and Stalber, well, it is not going to be a good thing. But on the other side, I still think Global, after changing the drop location from
Yeah.
Yasna to anything else, they've tried multiple in 2 days. They've tried multiple drop locations, but looks like Yasna was the best one.
But yes, maybe. But I still think global esports are going to go with the aggressive side because this is not a passive team. But talking about the team that is playing very smartly are the players of Team 8-bit and Team Hydra. Again, 8-bit going for the drop location change. Right now, they're trying to move inside military base island from the bridge, but at least they know already the players of Team 0 are already there. In fact, Exo is already heading towards the side of military base or Nova Rupnoy. Hydra, last I saw yesterday, they were somewhere on the North Georgopol side. Initially, in the league plays, they used to go to Siverny. The constant change of drop location, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but God Aim Blaster has already been eliminated from the lobby. That means the first blood is already there.
Yeah, Team Xspark this time putting up a numbers. They're not gonna delay it whatsoever. Last time, well, the first couple of games, I think the first 3 games, no, first couple of games they had 0 points, absolutely nothing going in their favor. But this time, Marcos Gaming is gonna be the one losing a player pretty early into the game. That's not going to be a good start for them, but doesn't really matter because Marcos, the way that they play, we all know they have the potential. They can put up some numbers on the board, and even if they have a 3-man squad right now, they can still get the chicken dinner. Do not count them out just yet. They can still play really good, sneaky beaky like, and still put up some points on the scoreboard because that is, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Well, talking about Team Xspark, one of the star player from their side is Dark, but right now Syed OP is shooting in the direction of the players of Team 8-bit, and Team 8-bit barely making an escape because they are taking a lot of damage, especially Beast. We did saw Beast what he did in the map of Senok, but right now they are chasing him, and from a moving vehicle takes Beast down, but Syed OP also falls down from the vehicle as New Boy is going to retaliate with that M16, but a trade again coming in, and Humanoid picks off New Boy. That means 8-bit, they are already lost 2 of the players.
8-bit being torn bit by bit right now once again. Yesterday also they were the first team to get eliminated. Today looks like that's going to be the case once again as one player already hits the deck. That's New Boy. He's really good with the Poison, let me tell you that much. He's absolutely phenomenal with that. But as soon as he switched to the M16, the range also not coming into play. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, Ultron is still going to be surviving. Will be going... Oh my god, he has to be careful. Why is he doing this? But a grenade coming in, an 8-bit. Goodbye. Ta-da. See you on the next one.
Well, they were trying to go towards the side of Ferry Pier, then they completely changed their mind, thought of going towards the military base island. That kind of didn't work in their favor. Had they gone in directly towards the side of Nova Rupnoy, they would have been rewarded by good loot and ammunition. But this time, things are not working in their favor. But Dark Lord is not stopping and is going to pick not just 2 players of Team FS Esports also, but he also gets traded. And that means Team 0 needs a backup as soon as possible.
But the way that Team 0 has started off, oh my god, 4 finishes already, eliminating the entire squad on the side of 8-bit, now diverting their attention to the side of FS, and they have to be careful because FS just can't come in. 2 players have already hit the deck, and now Hitman wants to get that confirmation with a beautiful smoke. Now he's going to be blocking the vision, but 47, he has the cover fire. Dark Lord, if he gets taken out, that's still going to be a man advantage for the side of Team 0. Hitman now feeling the heat, raining bullets, but will not be connecting anything from the side of Zark.
Well, Zark from that off angle is still trying to save his teammate, fallen comrade Darklord. Darklord is one of the most supportive player in the lobby when it comes to the players of Team Zero, especially because he's always the last man standing. But Zark, let's see if he can finally save his teammate, because Hitman, who was going for the revival onto their fallen comrades, is right now running for his life,
Oh.
because Zark is not going to spare him so easily. He's relentlessly shooting in his direction with that M416 and red dot. That means the other teammates of Team Zero
Oh
can
my
go for
god.
the rescue and revival, but somewhere else Dark Lord is still bleeding, and so are the players of Team FS.
FS, they are going down. Oh my god, all the three players have hit the deck, and now one confirmation already coming into play. Dark Cloud is going to be finally revived. So the Dark Lord lives on as Team Zero. 5 finishes to their name already. FS, Clutch has to be careful. He was already revived. Never mind. 47 was the one who actually got him, and now he's really low as well. But I don't think they have any more utilities coming into play. No resources. A Team Enigma forever now joining the fight. The medkit being used. Side OP. We'll be back to 100% health, and Clutch. Oh, wait a second. FS with the buggy? Yeah, he's booging away out of there.
Well, they have to go for the position points, but right now the teams that are going to lock horns with each other are Team Zero and Team Enigma forever. Enigma, they were trying to go for the early rotation from the side of military base bridge. Now Team Zero needs to be a bit careful, because 5 finishes, they are way too spread out. They need to regroup, and always, we know for sure he's one of the most best IGL, not most aggressive, I say best IGL out there. He knows how to play around this area, because their drop location is also somewhere towards the pancake side, farm side. They know how to play in these kind of circle, but towards the side of Novo Rupnai, BB and Global Esports are also coming very close to each other.
That is true. Paritos with a really good off angle as well now, making sure that there are no other players in the same region as they are, making sure that they have the entire domain to themselves as a zone, and now is shrinking in. All the players on the side of Marcos will be coming in. 7C have somehow made their way towards 70, but I really like the play coming in from Revenant as well, you know, sticking together, making their way towards Milta, where EXO also changing their drop location this time around, once again going towards Nova. Sorry, they keep going towards Nova Repnoi, and they're holding on to their grounds, making sure they have all the loot coming in.
Well, whenever there is a southern circle, the players of Team EXO never loot the compounds of Milta. They directly go towards the military base island or Novo Rupnoi. Yesterday also we saw them locking horns with the players of Team 8-bit in the very early fight, and they were the one who got eliminated, but this time they were a little careful. They directly didn't go towards the side of Novo Rupnoi. They first scouted the area. They realized the area is completely empty, but they also need to be careful of the team that might be coming from the waterways. Team Enigma again going for the same path of rotation from the Milta power area, taking a boat, traversing from the waterways. But Beast OB is still going for the bridge camp, and the team that can be the target one are the players of Team Zero. But from the back lines, there is a team that is coming in, that is Soul.
Yeah, Team Soul, let's see what's going to be the case as the zone now takes a little bit of a shift. You're still having a lot of military base in it. Now the main island players have to make their way in. 7C on the other hand, I still don't see Spray God. I still do not see him. It's Kitty once again jumping in. Marco is really far away from the zone as well as Joker now holding on, trying to take down the players on the side of BB. If I'm not wrong, BB was the one who actually took Global down yesterday on the map of Miramar. First game, they had 16 finishes, ladies and gentlemen. Do not forget that one. 16 finishes, and they were eliminated pretty quick as well. I believe in like 7th position. So that was a phenomenal game coming in from them. But after that, on the map of Miramar, they got destroyed by BB, if I'm not wrong. So Global are going to be going for that revenge play as Scream now trying to take Manya down, who's also retaliating. But both of these players unable to connect any shot whatsoever as AJ gets one. Can he get the confirmation?
I think he can. He can definitely go for the confirmation, because the players of Team BB are way too spread out. One of the player having the height advantage, rest of the 2 players on the bridge area. Scream with that mini 14 is looking for an angle from where he can dish out any kind of damage to the players of Team Global Esports. But the team that is playing again very smartly are the players of Team Revenant. They are not going towards the bridge area. They are going to take the boat, make a swim towards the shorelines, and thanking to their lucky stars, there is no team that is present on the shoreline also.
Having no vehicle sometimes can be a blessing, but at the same time, if you want to make a a rotation coming in, then it's gonna be a hard time there. But Team Insane now in the water have to be careful as Global still holding on to their ground. Mani is trying to peek from a different point of angle. From a different angle altogether, as Big Brother still holding on. They already did lose a player. They have to be careful. Now they're on the back foot. Global, you
Global esports, every single game is very important for them, but right now the spread that is coming from their side, 2v2 split, let's say if they are trying to converge the players of team BB from two different angles, but they also need to be careful. There are so many teams present in the close proximity. The players of team EXO are also there, so that means team BB can be in a sandwich situation, because when you are in the bridge area, if two teams are holding the opposite and you are going to get suffer, you are going to get casualties. But the team that is going from the waterways are the players of team Insane going for a swim, but Zen OP, the most aggressive assaulted from the side of BB. Let's see if he can find a knock, and yes, he did find a knock onto Ronnie.
That's now global. Now feeling the heat, but a beautiful grenade from Scream confirms it onto Ronnie, as now Xenop takes a bit of damage. AJ cooking up a grenade. That should be enough to take Xenop down, but on the other side, it's going to be Scream with another grenade taking down AJ before going down. He did launch a grenade, and that will be enough to take Scream down as well. I thought it was actually aimed on Xenop, but the projectile did hit AJ, and now Manya going for the revival instantly. He has to be careful as the players on the side of EXO are now coming to picture slowly but steadily, and if they do, they can actually third party the hell out of this fight and come out on top, as Beast OP now with the spam will not be connecting whatsoever. The grenades are being cooked from the side of Global. Now Manya cooking it up. Waste Joker is coming in. Beast is really far away, but Manya, he gets the grenade finish and the knock, and now Beast OP, he gets taken out thanks to EXO Fierce, who are going to be coming in. Big brothers, well, they're going to be saying a huge bye, as they're going to be taken out in 15th position.
This is what I was talking about. You can become a patty in the sandwich, but Manya, this is the reason why he is the MVP again. Every single time from the side of Global Esports, he's going to save his team. This time again with that beautiful grenade, but this time they have to lock horns with another aggressive team that is going to the players of team EXO. The circle this time is in the military base area, and Team Hydra are in the perfect position. Yesterday I remember in the same position were the players of Team Zero. This time it's Team Hydra. Let's see what's going to happen, because a team that is going for a very safe gameplay are the players of Team FS, holding on the shorelines of the military base island.
Yeah, I mean they kind of now at the point where they know that they have lost a player, and they want to get as many points as they can, because this is day number 2, and if you have a good start, you can continue riding the momentum later on forward till the end of the day, right? And they already lost a player against the side of Team Zero, so they are being careful, as now Soul being scouted by Marcos on the other part of the map. EXO now taking the fight to the side of Revenant. Soul and Marcos, both of them are really far away from the zone, almost 1.5 kilometers or something like that. Is it 800 meters? Okay, I saw something, but it's going to be only one team making it out, right? If Soul is going to decide who's if they're going to be the one coming out, and then the side of oh wait a second, EXO, what are you doing? The smokes are going to be playing against them right now, as Revenant now spamming through the smokes, in the smokes as well. Pardon, oh my god, he's reluctant.
And Encore is going to the last team. EXO also 1v3 fight against him. Let's see if he can come out as a winner, as Pradhan is going for the confirmation onto the players of team. Also finds a knock onto AJ7, and TSM Wanted has also been knocked down by the players of Team Soul, who are locking horns in the and Encore finds a beautiful knock onto Pardhan. Can he take Punk down? But no, he won't be able to. But he did dish out a lot of damage to Punk. And with that, Team Revenant has been eliminated at 14th position. But Team Soul, Team Marcos, they're taking the brunt of the blue, and Team Marcos is paying a price, as they lost not just 3 players, and Raiden is the last man standing, and the way he's heading towards the bridge area. Sarang on the bridge finds a confirmation onto Joker also. That means Global Esports are crumbling down right now.
Slow and steady is the Ashley. Okay, they're being third-partied. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. They're being fourth-partied as well, I believe. They have to be careful because there are multiple teams in the same in the fight at 7C. Sarang is going to get taken out. Criminal will be dropping him. Manya still holding on to his ground somehow. Kitty. He's holding on. Starts scoping, trying to take him down, but Dog just cruises away as 7C. Kitty and Aladdin are going to be the only one surviving with only one finish. Have to be careful. And now finally Kitty. He was waiting for this moment, and he got that. SLR and Global are out.
On 13th position, this game was very important for the players of global esports if they want to maintain the spot in the top 8. Talking about Seoul also, they're taking the brunt of the blue because of Playzone. Also, Criminal gets knocked out. A confirmation might be coming in. The players of Team Xspark are still in the blue. Kitty is trying to move inside the circle, and his teammate Ladan is going to lead him inside the safety of the circle. But Raiden is right now in the crosshairs of Hector. And Team Seoul, they have to cross this bridge. They are not having enough first stage that they can take a fight in the blue. But Raiden, well, the play zone. No, it was not the play zone. It was Hector with a perfect headshot. Eliminates the players of Marcos Gaming. In fact, the last player with that Marcos Gaming bids bye-bye at 12th position.
Well, that was a good play coming in from them. I told you, if Soul versus Marcos, whoever decides to make their way into the zone first is going to be the one going down. But that was an insane play coming in from Raiden at the end. And now Team Zero still surviving with 3 players. 5 finishes already to the name. And now Zar feeling the heat coming in from the side of Blind. As Paritos also hits the deck. Oh my god, Dark Lord is right in the face. He will get him. He will instantly get that finish. Zark is still bleeding. He's going to be feeling the grenades in his face. And Williams puts the final nail in the coffin. And with the Scarel, well, we all know the buff. It's helping all the players.
And somewhere else, Team Hydra's Secret also finds a knockout to Darklord. That means Humanoid is the last man standing from his team. He's going to lob few smokes to help him revive his teammates. But is that possible? Because in the close proximity, Enigma Forever is also present. Blind is also there. And Team 7Cs, they are walking in a very dangerous territory where Enigma, Blind, Team Zero, all the players are present. And let's see what's going to happen because this game is very crucial.
एफएस के लिए कहा था बट एफएस के तो 3 प्लेयर जोन के बहुत अच्छे एफएस के लिए कहा था बट एफएस के तो 3 प्लेयर जोन के बहुत अच्छे एरिया पर बैठे तो मुझे प्लीज अलाउ कीजिए अपने वो शब्द वापस करने के लिए बिकॉज एफएस ई स्पोर्ट्स तो बहुत सकती है। हाइड्रा फिनिशेस इनके पास तरीके का है कि जो जोन के सबसे ज्यादा अंदर रहेगा वो शायद फाइट से थोड़ा सा वंचित रहेगा, उनको उतने ज्यादा फिनिशेस नहीं भी मिल पाते हैं जब तक जोन उनके साथ इश्क करता है बिकॉज डू द इश्क बेबी हाइड्रा इसमें बिल्कुल मानता है।
के लिए रिस्क नहीं है, ये रिस्क लेते नहीं है, जोन को प्रायोरिटी देते हैं और जीतते हुए जाते हैं और आज इनका गेम और भी निखर के आपको दिखेगा। बट अभी भी है टीमें, अगर 10 टीमें यहाँ पे बची हैं, 26 प्लेयर्स हैं, मतलब हर टीम में कम प्लेयर्स बचे हैं, बहुत ज्यादा कैजुअलिटीज ऑलरेडी हम यहाँ पे विटनेस कर चुके हैं। और इसी के साथ टीम एक्सपार्क 11वें पायदान पे खत्म होते हुए लेट रोटेशन करने वाली बहुत ज्यादा टीमें खत्म हो चुकी हैं। एक्सो पहुंच गई है, सोल पहुंच गई है, बट मुश्किल इन दोनों टीमों की बढ़ती हुई।
ये नहीं कहते कि डू द इश्क बेबी, ये कहते हैं प्यार मोहब्बत धोखा है।
डू द रिस्क बेबी,
हाँ ये डू द रिस्क जरूर से कहते हैं बट इश्क है तो रिस्क है ना स्पीरो। वो आई थिंक इस टीम को अभी थोड़ा सा और समझने में समय लग सकता है। एफएस ई स्पोर्ट्स को पूरा जोन का फेवर, माफी प्रभु शब्द वापस करें।
देखिए ये जोन बहुत बार देखने को मिलता है, यही घर पे जाएगा वापस, कल भी यही आया था, आज भी यही आया और आगे भी मेरे ख्याल से यही आएगा। बट टीम एक्सो वो भी यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाएगी। तो अभी लेट आने वाली टीमों में मेरे ख्याल से सिर्फ टीम एनिग्मा फॉरएवर बच जाता है और टीम सोल बच जाता है, बाकी सभी लेट आने वाली टीमें खत्म हो चुकी है। अर्ली आने वाले टीमों को फायदा मिला जरूर है। हाइड्रा अब जोन तक का सफर थोड़ा मुश्किल है बट देखते हैं क्या वो सफर सुहाना बनेगा या सफरिंग में तब्दील हो जाएगा। वही एनिग्मा की टीम 2 प्लेयर्स के साथ वो भी तैनात है। टीम इनसेन जोन के अंदर आते आते यूटर्न लिया, वापस अपने प्लेयर्स के पास गए और शायद एक रोटेशन लेट करना चाहते हैं।
मैं बहुत इंप्रेस हुआ हूँ टीम सोल के इतने ज्यादा स्ट्रगलिंग सिनेरियोस के बाद भी 2 प्लेयर्स के जोन तक पहुंचने का सफर और यहां से अब बैक अच्छे से क्लियर करने तक का सफर। वो देखिए एक्टर ने बैक से दलजीत का भी जो नॉक है वो सिक्योर कर लिया है। तो बाकी बचे हुए प्लेयर्स टीम एनिग्मा फॉरएवर के अब ये सोच में पड़ रहे होंगे कि यार ये टीम हमारे पीछे नहीं थी, ये कब आगे आ गए और हमें ही रास्ता रोक रहे हैं। तो जब सही समय आया तब टीम सोल ने इस मैच को कैपिटलाइज करा है। लेट्स सी कि और कितना बड़ा उनके लिए मैच बन सकता है। ओवेज थोड़े से राइट एंड लेफ्ट साइड से थोड़े से और फिनिशेस निकाल के जाना चाहते हैं। इनसेन अपने 4 मैन होने का बढ़िया फायदा उठाती हुई एफएस ई स्पोर्ट्स के प्लेयर्स पे हार्ड कंपाउंड पे कर दिया जाता है पुश। एफएस के प्लेयर्स बचे अब 2, इनसेन के पास रहेगा बहुत बढ़िया मौका उस कंपाउंड को एंड उस फाइट को अपने नाम करने का। बट ओवेज किस तरीके से जोन के अंदर जाएंगे, स्पॉट किया एनिग्मा रेफ को, ये शॉट्स का अंदर जिसमें बैठी थी एफएस ई स्पोर्ट्स कर दी गई है एलिमिनेट इनसेन के पुश के बाद। बट क्या इनसेन बैक टू बैक 2
नोवेयर लगा ही नहीं था कि यहाँ पे टीम सोल जोन के अंदर आ जाएगी और जोन के अंदर आने के बाद इतना ज्यादा नाइलेशन दिखाएंगे, बैक अपनी पूरी तरह से क्लियर करते हुए बार बार फ्लैग्स निकाले जा रहे हाइड्रा जैक्सन। मीनवाइल यहाँ पे ओवेस को नॉक कर देंगे। अभी पहले भी नॉक हुए थे, अभी रिवाइवल मिला था, दोबारा वो नॉक हो चुके हैं और अब रिवाइवल मिलना मुश्किल है। मैक्स कैश दोबारा रिवाइव करना तो चाहते जरूर है, बट मुश्किल यहाँ पे बढ़ती हुई ओवेस यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाएंगे गॉब्लिन के द्वारा, तो फिनिश को स्टील करा जाता है और मैक्स
तो करा है, बट उन्हें जगह मिल गई इस कंपाउंड पे रुकने की, एंड दे विल बी लाइक कि ठीक है जब तक जोन है तब तक हम दोनों तो फाइट नहीं करते, बाकियों की फिनिश फीड पढ़ते, थोड़ा सा एंजॉय करते, बट गॉब्लिन बाल बाल बच गए। बट कितनी देर तो बात बनेगी, बट मुझे हेक्टर के पास भी कुछ नहीं दिख रहा।
वेल ऑलरेडी मेरे ख्याल से कुछ तो ड्रॉप किया था उन्होंने, अब पता नहीं वो क्या ड्रॉप किया था। अब निकलना तो चाहते हैं जोन के अंदर। आई वुड लव टू सी कि किस तरह से टीम सोल अब गाड़ियों का इस्तेमाल करके यहाँ पे जोन के अंदर जाएगी, क्योंकि रश करना ही एकमात्र मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ पे ऑप्शन बनता है। बट टीम सोल
खिलाड़ी जिनमें से 2 बचे हैं इंसेन के, हाइड्रा के वो चारों प्लेयर्स और एनिग्मा से अवी बीइंग द आइजल इज द सोलो मैन स्टैंडिंग। बट क्या उन्हें स्पॉट नहीं किया जाएगा? क्या हाइड्रा और इंसेन की फाइट में अवी को बाजी मारने का मौका मिलेगा? शायद नहीं, बिकॉज आदि बान हाउस के ऊपर चढ़ के अवी को स्पॉट करेंगे, उन्हें करेंगे डाउन। नंबर से सैक्रिफाइस कर रही होंगी, स्ट्रगल कर रही होंगी, तब हाइड्रा खड़ी होगी चारों प्लेयर्स के साथ कि अभी हम जिंदा हैं। और बिल्कुल कुछ इसी गेम प्लान के चलते एक और बढ़िया चिकन डिनर हाइड्रा के नाम चैट सेक्शन में। हेल हाइड्रा रुकना नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज ये पहला नहीं है जो इस टीम ने निकाला है। एंड जैसा कि स्पीरो ने कहा कि सीक्रेट इज नो मोर अ गुड बॉय, बिकॉज आखिरी फिनिश के लिए वो पैड निकाल दिया गया था।
नॉट अ गुड बॉय एनीमोर। अमन शुरुआत में जब इंटरव्यू करने आए थे कह रहे थे कि हम तो अच्छे बच्चे हैं, हम कुछ नहीं करते वाले, हम टारगेट नहीं करते, बट ठीक है। देखिए पैन हिस्सा है गेम का, तो उसमें मैं कुछ कहना नहीं चाहूंगा। आप पैन कीजिए, और ये माइंड गेम्स भी काफी ज्यादा सही साबित होते हैं, बिकॉज देखिए हम सब क्यों पैन को बुरा मानते हैं, क्यों फैंस इतने एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं, उसका सबसे बड़ा कारण यही है कि इस गेम के अंदर लॉन्ग रेंज से मिड रेंज जो फिनिशेस हैं वो ज्यादा होते हैं। क्लोज रेंज से किसी को मार देना, वो भी अपोनेंट के पास गन होने के बावजूद, दर्शाता है कि अपोनेंट थोड़ा मैसअप कर गया। तो दैट इज वाई जब कोई पैम करता है ना तो बुरा लगता है सामने वाले प्लेयर को।
इसमें मैं तो खैर कुछ ज्यादा विशेष टिप्पणी बिल्कुल देना नहीं चाहूंगा।
आप ना ही दीजिए तो ही अच्छा रहेगा।
एग्जैक्टली, सिर्फ एक यही वजह है, इसलिए मैं कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहूंगा। बट चिकन तो देखो आ ही रहा था, तो पैन निकाला हाइड्रा के प्लेयर्स ने सिर्फ इस थॉट में कि हम वो चिकन को ग्रिल करके खाने वाले हैं। सो ये थॉट प्रोसेस अच्छा था।
नॉट ग्रिल, पैन फ्राइड।
वो डिपेंड अपॉन द फ्लेवर, लाइक आई लाइक मोर ऑफ ग्रिल्ड।
तो पैन पे ग्रिल थोड़ी होता है ना, वो ठीक है,
हो जाएगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, ये
जो
थोड़ा
लोग
सा
डाइट करते हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं रिलेट कर पाएंगे। हाँ, मैं अपनी बात कर रहा था, बट आप लोग अगर नहीं करना चाहते हैं कुछ इस तरीके का पैन एक्सपेरिमेंट, तो वेट करिए, ब्रेक में आपको जो खाना होगा उसके लिए आप जरूर से जा सकते हैं। बट स्पीरो, हम ना हमेशा मैच के कुछ अच्छे मोमेंट्स अपने जहन में रखते हैं, और मैच के बाद कहीं हम बात भी करते हैं कि क्या बढ़िया मारा, क्या बढ़िया कार 98 का शॉट था। बट इस मैच में क्या आप मेरी इस बात से एग्री करते हैं कि बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स ने बहुत बार स्प्रे चोक किया है?
करा तो जरूर है यहाँ पे, स्प्रे चोक करा है, और आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं प्लेयर्स और बेहतर कर सकते हैं। स्तर बहुत बढ़ चुका है। हम देखिए हमारी भी जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है ना, आशाएं, वो इतनी ज्यादा ऊपर बढ़ चुकी हैं कि एक हल्का सा कोई मैसअप होता है ना तो हमें बुरा लगता है। देखिए मैं एक चीज वहां पे ऐड करना चाहता था, जब किटी ने वो स्प्रे थोड़ा सा मिस किया था M4 का। आई पर्सनली फील कि जब एक चलती गाड़ी पे आप स्प्रे करना शुरू करते हैं ना, वो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट जब क्रॉसर खुल के पहली बुलेट से स्प्रे शुरू होता है, वो हल्का सा अगर आगे हो तो बहुत आसानी से आप खत्म कर सकते हैं। बट वो अगर पीछे शुरू हुआ है तब उसको लेके जाने में बहुत मेहनत लगती है, और वो बहुत प्लेयर नहीं कर पाते।
बट सेम चीज आदि के साथ भी हुई जब सोल के 2 प्लेयर्स आ रहे थे, शॉट मिस आउट हुआ था। बट नेवरदलेस इट्स अ पार्ट पार्सल ऑफ द गेम, एंड कहीं ना कहीं प्लेयर्स इन सब चीजों को आपस में कहीं ना कहीं कर ही लेते हैं ठीक, बिकॉज दे डू ग्राइंड रियली हार्ड, दे डू ट्रेन डेली। सो डेफिनेटली आज नहीं तो कल ये प्लेयर्स इंप्रोवाइज कर ही लेंगे। बट बीइंग अ कास्टर, बीइंग एन एनालिस्ट, कहीं ना कहीं इन छोटी छोटी चीजों को नोट करते रहना हमारा काम है। सो यस, वी आर डूइंग आवर जॉब। बट फॉर नाउ स्पीरो, पहले मैच से टेबल्स में कुछ खास डिफरेंस नहीं है। जो टीम्स ऑलरेडी ऊपर थी वो ही मेंटेन करके जा रही हैं। अगर ऐसा ही चलता रहा तो बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है कि ये कट ऑफ 120 पे भी चली जाए।
देखिए कुछ टीमें हैं जिन्होंने काफी अच्छा खेला, जैसे कि आपने यहाँ पे देखा इंसेन ने काफी अच्छा मैच निकाला, बट कल के पॉइंट्स टेबल पे देखना पड़ेगा वो कहाँ पे थे। हाइड्रा प्ले रियली वेल, अभी वो नंबर 1 पे मेरे ख्याल से आ जाएंगे, बट एनिग्मा भी वहीं पे थी, तीसरे पायदान पे वो खत्म हुए, तो शायद ज्यादा डिफरेंस और बफर में कमी ना आए। अच्छा खेले यहाँ पे दोनों टीमें। एनिग्मा फॉरएवर प्लेड वेल, टीम सोल 7वें पायदान पे थे, उन्होंने भी यहाँ पे एक छलांग जरूर लगाई होगी इस मैच के बाद। बट आई स्टिल फील टीम्स लाइक टीम ब्लाइंड, कल का दिन बहुत अच्छा था, आज काफी जल्दी उतरते ही खत्म होते नजर आए। तो कुछ स्लॉट्स हैं जो नीचे गिर रहे हैं, और ऊपर अगर आप नीचे जा रहे हैं तो कोई ऊपर भी जा रहा है, तो देखना पड़ेगा वो टीमें कौन सी है।
वेल डिसाइडर डे है आज, 3 ही दिन की ये श्रृंखला है जिसमें 16 में से 8 टीमें फिल्टर आउट हो जाएंगी बाहर, और 8 टीमें जाएंगी 1 करोड़ रुपए के बड़े प्राइस पूल के लिए लैन इवेंट खेलने के लिए। भिड़ेंगी एक साथ उस लैन इवेंट में, तो जो युद्ध है ना बड़ा घमासान होने वाला है। वेल डिसाइडर डे आज के दिन को हमने नाम दे दिया है, तो आगे आने वाले मैचेस की इंटेंसिटी और भी ज्यादा जबरदस्त